So, in honor of Advent season, I want to do a 7-day series since it's 7 days away from Christmas. I want to do a small series, but I'm not really sure exactly what I want to speak on this series. But I just feel like I should honor Advent since I never truly celebrated Advent season before. If you don't know, Advent season is basically the season of December leading up to Jesus' birth. You know, people do Vlogmas, people do the 25 days of Christmas. It's the same thing, but the real reason, the religious reason, Advent. I know a lot of people are reading the book of Luke right now because there's 24 chapters in the book of Luke, and 24 days before Christmas on the 25th day. I did not participate. I didn't know it was a challenge going on, but I would be interested in doing that challenge next Christmas or just reading the book of Luke anyway, because I'm reading the Bible regardless. But right now I'm reading Matthew, so I'm reading the four Gospels. I'm starting with Matthew because I want to start from the beginning. I don't want to skip to Luke if I hadn't read the first three. So I guess in honor of the coming of Jesus Christ, and they don't really know it. I mean, of course, I don't think the 25th is Jesus' actual birthday, but this is when we celebrate it. But in honor of celebrating the coming of Jesus Christ, I will, I guess, share some of my story about how Jesus came and got me. I just want to share about how grateful I am for Jesus' love and the fact that he he loves us despite our mistakes. He never leaves us nor forsakes us. He forgives us. He loves us literally in spite of our disobedience, in spite of the things that we do, knowing that God told us to do the opposite thing. Um, and yeah, despite the fact that we might be living our own life, not even thinking about God, and yet He still comes to save us. And my situation was similar. I was in a relationship, and the relationship was beautiful, but before the relationship started, and I know most people don't even do this regardless, but I was trying to seek God to see if it was even approved by Him. Like, was it God ordained from the beginning? And most people, like I said, don't even do this in their relationships. I wonder how many marriages were not and are not even God ordained, but they're still married. God blesses it regardless. But yeah, I just wanted to seek God because I wasn't really sure if I should get in a relationship. But I feel like the relationship could have gone a different way had I been where I am now in my walk with Christ. However, it didn't. And so in that relationship, I just feel like I fell into sin, first of all. But I'm so glad that my relationship with God was still, it was being built slightly. Like, I was talking to God, but I didn't have a full relationship with Him. Like, I've always known God. I've always tried to be obedient. I've always tried to do the right thing under His law and under His will. But I just never had this closeness that I do now. So in this relationship, I was continuously seeking God. Like, hey, you never gave me an answer, but for now, I just ask that you allow it to be beautiful. And that He did. So I was just glad that He finally, answered my prayer and told me that this is not where I want you right now. I always ask that question too. Where does God want me? But I'm just so glad that He came and got me and that I'm now on this journey of talking about Him and sharing Him with the word, sharing the good news and the gospel through YouTube. YouTube is something that I've wanted to do for years now. And I'm just glad that He finally came and gave me the courage and the strength to actually do it, to actually start it. So whatever it is that you have been wanting to do and you feel like God has been calling you to do, but you're afraid or you're stagnant or you're stuck in analysis paralysis, thank God in advance for bringing you there, because He will. I know He will. And I guess this is all that I will say for the first day of Advent, the 7-day Advent season that I'm starting. And yeah, God loves you, so do I, but God loves you more. And yeah.